Welcome to Monday, August 5th, 2024. As we head into this week ahead, we actually have changes coming. The weather pattern is going to be, especially by the middle to the end of the week and into the weekend, a bit different. This is especially true east of the divide, but for west of the divide, you're going to have some opportunities for more shower and thunderstorm activity. We saw thunderstorm activity in a few areas pick up a little bit over the weekend, kind of a preview of what's to come. Now, we're going to still be pretty warm. Temperatures in many areas will be 80s to 90s, so it's still going to be plenty warm. Maybe not as hot as we had at times last week, but by the end of the week, especially if you're east of the Continental Divide, you're going to see much cooler weather. In fact, there may be some areas at the end of the week where highs will only be 60s and lower 70s. Does that mean fall is here? No. But it's just a little bit of an interruption from what we've been. There's plenty of opportunities to get hot again, but I think everybody's ready for some cooler temperatures. Now, subtropical moisture has returned, and it is going to hang around. And this subtropical moisture plume that's going to hang around is going to interface with the cooler air that's going to come down east of the divide. And so we're keeping our fingers and toes crossed that this might mean a better chance of rain, especially east of the divide for many of you that need it. This is a pattern historically that does make it wet when you have the subtropical moisture around and then you get an upslope pushing up from the east, winds pushing in from the east in that cooler air mass. That is a good setup. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope that that comes to fruition. Now, we did see that subtropical moisture cause quite a bit of sky watching over the weekend, especially yesterday. We had in the Bighorn Basin in northwestern Wyoming around the Cowley and Powell area, a shelf cloud developed along a line of thunderstorms that developed yesterday in Montana and northern Wyoming. So it visited Cowley, then it went on to the Powell area, putting on quite a show there. Also, the aurora did come out late Saturday night. So a nice shot by CJ there in Lake McConaughey area of the stars, and the aurora showed up just before sunrise. That's when the atmosphere really got going with the K index going above 5, but it really didn't happen until late that night, Saturday night into Sunday morning. So you had to be up late or up around sunrise to be able to catch it. Then just beautiful clouds at sunset yesterday. Here's another one from northwestern Wyoming. Then around southeastern Wyoming, rain showers and thunderstorms with the setting sun caused a lot of what was nice, fire in the sky and not fire on the ground, as we saw yesterday from Goshen County to the Cheyenne area into Craig, Colorado, similar situation. And across the region, we're going to probably see a similar situation here over the next couple of days as afternoon showers and thunderstorms are going to be popping up. Rainbows as well, from Wheatland to New Mexico. Rainbows showing up. If rainbows are showing up, then the moisture is starting to come on back. High pressure is sitting right over north central and northwest New Mexico. Still robust and strong, so this is where we're still going to have the heat going to be around here to start the week. Now take a look at this. This is a little subtle, but this is important how the weather pattern is going to be forming. Notice we've got an area of low pressure, some weakness up here in southwest areas of Canada. We also have a ridge in the eastern Pacific. Now, eastern Pacific ridges usually mean cooler weather in this part of the country. Basically, the door opens to cooler conditions. This is setting the stage up here for when this high weakens and drifts south, allows this to come south. So basically for today, tomorrow, and into Wednesday, the high pressure ridge reigns supreme. And circulating around the high is subtropical moisture, daytime heating, afternoon and evening thunderstorms. There's tropical storm and what will be Hurricane Debbie here shortly. That hasn't happened already. So this is how we start the week. So this will keep us warm, keep us in afternoon and evening thunderstorms, but we're watching up here. Satellite imagery this morning, the water vapor shows deeper subtropical moisture here over north central Mexico. That's going to come up around the high. So you can see the gray clouds coming on in. We still have got some drier air, but the gray clouds, the moisture, the water vapor here, that you see, the grayness, is going to be coming on in and kind of taking over, as you'll see here in a moment. You can see Debbie down here, the drier air getting shunted down into the south central United States for now. So we're setting the stage for this moisture here to interact what's coming in from up there later this week. So let's take a look at the precipitable water by late this afternoon and evening. So you can see the dark green and the blue patches, still a little bit of brown in some areas, but basically a lot less brown and a lot more green and white and blue showing up here to start the week. As we go into the afternoon hours, this is where the thunderstorms will be. You can see the heavy thunderstorms in Mexico underneath that cloud pattern I showed you. So daytime heating is going to get showers and thunderstorms going mostly east of the divide. A little tongue of that moisture gets out into northeast Colorado, southwest Nebraska, northwest Kansas, quiet over the Dakotas. But this axis of moisture is just going to slowly, very slowly, move eastward throughout the day. An uptick in thunderstorms tomorrow, especially along and east of the divide, front range areas. Deep moisture down here into Arizona as well. Now this is just before the cooler air spills south out of Canada. This is by Thursday morning. The high weakens, it's being suppressed. We still have this high pressure ridge. So basically at the surface, cooler air up here in north central Canada has access to areas along and east of the divide. So imagine the air coming in on the ground level, coming in like this. At the same time, subtropical moisture at the higher levels is coming in like this. We have a bit of a collision going on here at the end of the week. These two conditions working together will start a push of colder air. This is by 6 p.m. Wednesday. A cool front, pretty impressive cool front, is pushing across Montana, southern Canada, into the Dakotas, while plenty of warmth will be west of the divide. And this is what's going to happen. West of the divide, you're really not going to have access to this colder air up here. The mountains will catch it. The cool air will go along and spill east of the divide, south. But at the same time, as we showed you, that subtropical moisture is rotating around. This is by Thursday noon. So by Thursday, temperatures are going to fall into Denver, all the way down to Colorado Springs. You can see the cool front coming on in. So this is quite a cool air mass, contrasted to quite warm west of the divide. You're going to see that cooler air get deeper on Thursday, east of the divide. In fact, there's quite a contrast between the modeling. The European model on Thursday is cool. The GFS model, the American model, is quite a bit colder. I have to tell you, the European has a warm bias in the summer, so the GFS model might be a little bit more correct. So we're talking about pretty significant cool down east of the divide. There will be upslope. It's kind of hard to see these arrows, but you can see that the winds are flowing in from the north, then coming in from the northeast, and pushing up against the mountains in the front range here. So that cooler air comes in. Notice the wind directions west of the divide are westerly. So see, there's a convergence. When you converge the air on the ground, it goes up. And the end result is going to be a concentration of the moisture along the divide. You see that right there? So what will happen is, along and east of the divide, you're going to get clouds, much cooler temperatures, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to have some better opportunities for rain. So this is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to have that moisture hanging around. That's going to cool things off. And both sides of the divide, look at the deep moisture here. You're going to have thunderstorms. These are going to be good rain producers here. And then opportunities for occasional showers and thunderstorms for several days in that particular area. So you can see the models are seeing some heavier precipitation concentrated here, but this doesn't really tell the whole story. The models aren't probably picking up all the rain potential up here, nor here. There's probably more rain potential than it's showing. But this is a pattern change from where we've been. Hopefully this is going to mean some relief from the heat and hopefully some rain in your rain gauge. This is the 7-day temperature anomaly. From today, basically through Sunday, you can see, look at this anomaly of cool coming into the north central United States. And you can see the divide plays a real big role here. But a lot of the nation cooling off right here in the middle of August. West of the divide, where the cooler air can't get over the mountains, it's certainly going to be warmer. So this is a change of pace coming that I think everybody is ready for. We'll see you tomorrow.